That's fucking talent right there.
Definitely, I remember everything.
I mean, it's a 50-50 toss-up, and I would have pounded your fucking fist either way.
I'll say once I graduated, I really stopped buying physical dicks.
Why can't you be like a normal person in society and sit there and shut the fuck up, man? That's the Captain Major right there. Oh my
god. You like the cooking show in the corner of the screen here?
I mean, if it makes me hungry, I'm gonna be pissed. Be so fucking mad.
Let's just hope we don't get flagged. Like, you have a Netflix show in the background of your podcast.
And then you'd be like, deal with it.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
I mean, it's not loud enough for people to hear, so I should be fine.
No.
How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah, you've been
but I'm alive.
You've been watching the CDL event this weekend?
Yeah, off and on. It's a little different than like a LAN experience.
Well, you said last time the previous online event wasn't that bad.
No, I mean it's good, but I don't know. It doesn't hit the same way. Okay, I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, so you don't think it's like as hyped up?
No, it does not feel as intense.
Oh.
Seeing the teams like on stage getting hyped up after a win, especially ones that are like knockout matches and shit, talking shit.
I guess you missed that part, yeah, because like everybody's in their separate rooms, right? So
there's like no reaction either. Like people lose and you just like it goes to the face cams. They're all just like,
yeah, that's like yeah, but
nobody gives a fuck because it's online.
Yeah, it's funny. It's almost like that's what people at home would react. So people hate it because they want to see the hyped up experience, right?
Yeah, because that's how they like to them right now. They're just playing scrims, like even though it's I guess for something, but like I don't know, it's not the same.
Yeah, I mean, I wish like measures could be taken so that a team could at least all play in the same location and just maybe like spread out the desks a bit, and so at least they're all like in the same room so they could hype each other up in a way.
I don't think they're worried about that. I think the problem is the flights. Is getting everybody to the events is what is stopping all the sports. If everybody was living in the same spot, I'm sure they would all just get tested for coronavirus and then just be there.
Did you hear Joe Rogan got in shit? At least
testing people.
For testing people, they didn't like how he was testing them. Like, I don't think it ended up being that big of a deal, but like,
it's not.
The internet was like, you're doing blood tests and that's not FDA approved. And it's like, well, I guess like that testing is pretty accurate. Plus, he can get it pretty fast. Almost like people were getting pissed because he was testing people, and it's hard to get tests. But like, apparently, it's like $200 American to get that
that blood test. That blood test is apparently inaccurate, from what I've heard. So there's sources saying it's not accurate. There's sources saying that it is good, and fucking who knows, dude. It's just something that people can fucking complain about because they got nothing to complain about right now because it can't go anywhere.
That is true. I'm definitely seeing a lot of people find random things. Well, the internet always did that, but I feel like now it's more like weird what they choose to get upset about and what they refuse to not get upset about.
I feel like they just refuse to acknowledge the positives. I mean, Rogan has like, I don't know, like hundreds of thousands might be a stretch, but like tens of thousands of hours of free content out there for you to enjoy.
Oh, for sure. I think he's definitely around there. I mean, he's already over 1,000 podcasts. If you assume each one of those
1,500.
Yeah, if you assume that each one of those is 3 hours, that's almost 3,000 hours of content right there. Plus, the MMA show, plus Fight Companion, and
plus YouTube views.
So like, yeah, all that free.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like, The fact that you're going to complain about Joe Rogan, come on, man.
I more respect his willingness to keep doing it, man. Because I mean, like, if I was in that position, I definitely would be scared to like keep having these new people coming to my studio and potentially expose me to things.
Well, that's why he's testing them, though. That's the other reason.
Right, but I think I think here's my guess as to why this flack kind of came up, because I've noticed coincidentally that flack came up when he was doing that podcast with Chris D'Elia and Brian Callen, and the test that they were going to do was going to be after the podcast, because he's like, yeah, the guy's going to show up in 2 hours, you can stay here, Brian, to do the test if you want, and also get that other movie actor that he's friends with to come by and we can all do the test.
Yeah.
And that was all after the show. So I imagine
Chris already had his tested, though. The guy was coming back.
Oh, yeah, maybe he had another person coming in to do another podcast, and so he had rescheduled the guy to come back in. That makes sense.
It might have been Callen. Callen might have been the next guest. I don't know. But like Joe had the guy come in for Callen. And then he was like, yeah, Frank wants to come, bring Frank.
Yeah, that's who it was. Frank from Avengers, and I think he was in Warrior or something, right?
Is he in Avengers?
He's a villain in Avengers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never watched the Marvel movies, so.
He's one of the Hydra secret agents in Avengers, and then in Warrior, I think he's the coach to the other brother.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, no. Speaking of like stuff for people to freak out about, our favorite internet celebrity on this podcast, Alinity, back at it again with some more Twitch drama. I mean,
dude, she's the queen.
She's the queen, man. She's the queen of Twitch.
She's the queen of drama. And I mean, this is not new. This isn't new. Oh my god, this isn't new news, because if you know Alinity, I'm sure you've already known about this. But this must have been what, Friday or Saturday this happened. Yeah, something like that. It was either yesterday or the day before.
Definitely this weekend. She was again doing another stream, and I don't understand what she was doing, but she's trying to do like some weird bit where she was putting a pillow underneath her shirt.
She was 7 pretending to be pregnant. I don't know.
I guess so. And she went to go lift up her shirt, and I guess for some reason she forgot that she was wearing a bra, or not wearing a bra for that matter, and pulled her shirt up too high, and she flashed her nip on stream.
Was she not wearing a bra though?
Steven thinks she wasn't wearing a bra. I haven't watched it enough to like see if there's like any like darkened fabric across her chest, right? Because it looked like she was wearing a pretty thin shirt. So like if she was wearing a bra, you would see like a darker color over the chest.
What?
Okay, so when you have like a thinner shirt, like a jersey or like a workout shirt,
okay,
that has like that breathable fabric, right?
Yeah.
It's not like fully see-through, but you can like tell that it's thin. And then when you see a woman at the gym wearing a bra, okay, let's be honest, at least I can see the ridge of the bra around the shirt. Like you can see like it lift up over the shirt, right?
Yeah, but if they're wearing like one of those sports keep it tight bras, you would never know.
I think you would probably still see the outline of it. Like,
well,
around the armpit and stuff.
Tight. They're like the dry comp that we wear to like play soccer and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So if she was wearing one of those, like, you know what? I didn't really pay close enough attention. All I know is,
well, let me ask you this:
I seriously don't.
Would it be dumber if she was wearing it, or less dumb if she wasn't?
There's dumb on both sides. If you're gonna be on camera as a female, like, even females will probably tell you that you should be wearing a bra.
Right. Because
it keeps everything looking better. And yeah, I don't think Twitch's TOS would approve of her nip sticking through her shirt. Like
Jennifer Aniston from Friends style?
Like, yeah, burn the bra style shit. Because that would probably be TOS somehow.
Yeah, probably. But
so
I mean,
I would imagine
like,
she has to wear a bra.
But also at the same time, her brand is kind of like breaking the rules a bit.
Yeah, but if your brand is violating TOS, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, but why is it working for her?
But is it working? You know?
I mean, she's not ninja numbers by any means, but she's definitely in the top 20 of like Apex streamers.
Maybe.
Because of this drama. I mean, she's definitely
I don't think it matters what she plays, is the thing.
Right, but I noticed she plays mostly Apex Legends. And
I wouldn't call her an Apex streamer, though.
Probably not. More like let's be honest, she's a titty streamer.
There we go. There we go.
Or a nippy streamer now, I guess.
Or a nip slip streamer.
Or a slip nip, or what did I call it yesterday? I said something completely backwards. I put like sip nippy or something like that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't do words good.
No.
But yeah, so
are you still watch CDL? Matt says to me. Are you still watch CDL? What? No.
Listen,
that's not English.
I'm texting you while I'm helping my dad with stuff. So
you texted me, are you still watch CDL?
Are you still watch CDL?
That is the most Russian thing ever.
You watch the CDL?
Yeah. Are you still watch CDL?
You still watch CDL? Yes. You break bus?
You break bus? You talk about my father? My religion? And you break bus?
Yeah, break bus was that most heinous offense out of the three.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't even his bus. He's just like, what the fuck?
I know, dude.
And we lost everybody that doesn't know who Khabib is.
Oh, Kalabib did. Kalabib Murgadimedov.
But I don't know, dude. I feel like as a female, on Twitch, on camera, you would think you'd be wearing some sort of booby support. And how you can lift up your shirt and not understand that you grabbed additional material as well doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And also, if you're not wearing a bra and you already have this many strikes against you, the fuck are we doing? Don't do that.
Well, that's the point, dude. It's like, I don't understand this girl. Like, is she just genuinely not aware of what she's doing, or is she just that good at acting like she doesn't know what she's doing?
Dude, the best thing that I think, or my opinion about the best things about humans, is that you don't know. Like, you could be doing something, if it's like a little bit out there, people can't distinguish whether it's like you're a fucking idiot or you're a genius.
Yeah.
Like, either you're like, the line is so, I don't even know how to put it into words. I'm not smart enough. But like, decisions can either be looked like, if you try something and it's like an out there kind of thing, you're either an idiot or a genius.
Typically,
so I don't know if she's an idiot or a genius. Because I don't know if in her head she knew what was going to happen. Like, she knows the outcomes of these things. Like, she's confident she won't get banned, and she knows it would create drama, so she does it anyway, and then doesn't get banned, and thinks that her stock will grow from it. Because if that's the case and she thinks that, she's brilliant. But if she doesn't know what she's doing and she's just fucked up this many times in a row, she's an idiot.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have no idea.
Yeah, and I love how at the end of all this, she still only got a temporary ban, and then
dude, Twitter's
definitely fuming right now.
Dude, they have the black dudes carrying the casket with the fucking they're dancing and shit. That is on every single meme. It is so fucking amazing, dude. I've been crying laughing.
Yeah, I've been going through that feed as well, and probably my favorite that I've seen is there was this guy on Twitch. I wish I could plug his name. He had a stream the day after of him just playing Apex, and every time he lost, he would put a photo of like a screenshot of Alinity's nip on his stream, and he got to the point where he like had it all the way on the bottom of his screen, up the side, and like halfway across the top. And I think he got to probably about 10 or 20 pictures before Twitch finally shut him down and gave him a temp suspension as well.
Yeah, I'm all for that kind of shit until it starts fucking up your own stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if he was willing to do that, I respect him for it.
Like, no, it's funny.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he knows he's violating the TOS.
Oh, of course.
Why? Because the chick that did it violated the TOS.
Yeah. Well, at the time...
But also, it was so fast that, like... I don't know, dude. It was so fast that I didn't even know if it was a titty.
Well, I think what it is, too, is because she has had so many offenses... I think there definitely is people watching her stream just waiting for her to fuck up again.
100%, dude.
Yeah. So that
I'm
think
not one of those people, but
I think that's why it got caught, right? Like if it was like if she had the amount of viewers that like I do, where it's basically just her friends watching, you probably would have got away with it.
Well, yeah, nobody gives a fuck,
right? Because nobody's watching. But like, yeah, of course, because she's offended so many times. There's people who hate watch her and basically just like see what are the fucked up shit she's gonna do and then talk about it on Twitter later.
Let's not get it twisted though. She also has fans.
Of course.
Because of how she looks.
And I would still say the majority of them are her fans. There's just like a fine group of them that are out there to try to get her banned. But it's not the majority.
I think even her fans would still clip that.
Oh, for thirsty reasons, absolutely.
Because, like, you know, content creation, bro. That's content right there.
That is content.
That is content. She's a content creator, Matt.
Yep. Much
you
like
and her, the same.
Much like, well, I bet you. I would say more like her and Lisa Ann are kind of the same.
No. You,
me,
and her, the same.
Okay.
You're a content creator, bro.
I brought it up last podcast, and you guys keep making fun of me for it. I know. But my point was, I'm not the kind of content creator that will just put shit up for the sake of putting shit up. That's what I don't like. Like, no offense to some people out there. I don't know if maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm jealous. Maybe I'm just annoyed. I have no idea. Probably.
You content creator.
But there's some stuff that I see where it's like, did you just put this up for the sake of putting something up? Like, there's nothing new about it.
You content creator.
I'm not a content creator. Not
Matt,
yet.
Let me be honest though. There's nothing new you can do.
If I do what I want to do, and
all you can do is adapt and improve.
No, but the idea that I want to do, Trent, is record my life going from big to small and have the stream there just so that people can talk to me about it. That's what I want to do. I feel like that isn't really on Twitch that much, at least not. Maybe it's in just chatting, who knows, but like I feel like what could I honestly bring to Twitch that isn't already up there or isn't there as often? Like I think that's where I can contribute. And like I don't know if that's, maybe that is content creation, but like I just don't want to.
Yeah, it all is, dude. It's a terribly shitty big umbrella.
Exactly. I just don't want to be looped in with that terrible, shitty umbrella because I've seen people who consider themselves a content creator and their content is fucking lackluster.
Well, Matt, here's the thing, dude. Doesn't matter what it is, content is content. And if you create it, you content creator. I'm sorry, dude. Well, you either get in or you get out.
Well, first off, I have to create it.
Yes.
So until then, I'm just a content person.
You're just a titty streamer, let's be honest.
I'm just a titty streamer. Look,
You're just whoring out.
I covered today just so that nobody would get excited.
Yeah. Today. I covered. Only today.
Only today.
But later, I'm going to be uncovered.
Okay. So, I mean, what do we do here, man? Because like, do you see Alinity ever getting banned from Twitch? Honestly,
yes.
I mean, I don't know how much more you could do at this point without like having sex on stream because like she's already shown her.
It's not an escalation thing. It's a quantity thing. She's fucked up how many times now?
Well, she's almost 4 or 5 times at this point.
That's what I mean. I think so right now Twitch probably has her temp banned, and they're sitting down going, listen, what do we do with this chick? And, I think there's a chance she makes it out of this with like a not big suspension. But at the same time,
also,
in my opinion, it's a perfect example to make or a perfect time to make an example out of someone.
I think so too. Because
someone's
TO they reintroduced their whole terms of service, and they have this whole. They kept talking about this whole 3 strikes and you're out thing. And so if we're gonna talk 3 strikes and you're out, and Alinity basically has 5 strikes at this point, for you to be like, hey, this happened, you know what? We're gonna suspend you for 30 days, and then you'll get back online. One, you're gonna enable and embolden other people who do that kind of stuff. If not, if you haven't already been doing that, you're just gonna make them more willing to do it.
Yep.
And I don't know. I feel like you would lose the respect of your more high tier streamers if you're gonna allow that shit, man.
100%.
As a business, how can you be respected if you let this shit slide, and then all of a sudden, let's say someone says something inappropriate on stream, and they go, well, we're gonna suspend you for that. It's like, you're gonna suspend me for that, but you don't let this person go out of your company because of the more terrible shit that she's done. It's just you're muddying the waters with this kind of shit.
If you hired a lawyer and brought that stuff to your lawyer of look what this chick's gotten away with, they're trying to discriminate against me for X, Y, and Z, you have a case.
I think so.
100%. I mean, because if you're gonna let this person get away with all this shit, and then someone makes one mistake, dude, Doc went into a bath. I don't know how many strikes Doc had against him.
Yeah,
but he's just the biggest streamer. He told his camera guy not to come into the bathroom, and then he did, and it wasn't on Doc. Doc said, "Don't fucking come here." Hi. Cool. Fuck.
No, so Doc went to the bathroom. The camera guy was gonna follow. He told him, "Stop following me. I'm gonna go to the bathroom." He said, "Don't follow
me in here." And then Doc's fucking bodyguard guy or whatever was like, "Yeah, sure, you're good."
Yeah. So
and Doc got suspended for a month.
Yeah.
So I mean, if this chick's showing her tits, Doc didn't even fucking you didn't see anything in the bathroom. It's just the fact that you cannot record in a bathroom, obviously, because it's so creepy.
Yeah.
But she literally showed a boobie.
I mean, that's basically at the top of TOS in terms of what's not allowed.
That's gone shit.
Yeah.
Bye. In my opinion.
Right. And so if Twitch decides to nickel and dime this and go, well, it's only in a half a frame. It's like, well, have you seen how many photos of that half a frame is all over fucking Twitter right now?
Oh yeah.
So
also, I mean, and then that's the thing with the Doc. Doc you didn't see anything other than the fact that that's the inside of a bathroom, because all the inside of bathrooms look weird for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, let's say you're the kind of person that I don't know, you're streaming, you're doing a live stream on the beach, and you and your friends decide to play beach volleyball or some shit. And because you're in bikinis, Twitch tries to fucking pull a fast one on you and gives you a suspension. You could take all this Alinity shit and go, okay, you're not going to let us be on the beach, but you're going to let all this fucking slide?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you hired a lawyer and showed them, because it's a case by case basis.
I mean, as much as I don't want to be the kind of person to hold the torch and pitchfork and go get this person out of here, I think you have to set an example. I think you have to let this person go.
That's what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck what they do, man. Whether she has a channel or not, I don't really care. She's gonna find a way to put her content out there either way. So
hey, man, if she wants to leave Twitch, go somewhere else, start a fans only page, I'm sure she probably already has one, and make money that way, then do it.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. God bless her for being so attractive.
Yeah.
She is.
I mean, at this point, I almost started speculating whether or not she was in romantic relations with anybody on Twitch, and that's why she wasn't getting let go.
That's a fucking storyline that I hope never comes out, because if that comes out, dude, that could be a big time F for Twitch, which I don't want to see happen.
Well, it's just the pattern has existed before where you see people who don't get let go when they offend multiple times to the point of suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's why I feel like, I mean, right now she has the ban on. I feel like they're talking about it.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Twitch makes some decision.
Otherwise, we have to call Jeff Bezos and be like, "Yo, get this crazy lady out of here."
Get this crazy lady out of here. Yeah.
I was gonna say another word, but
yeah. Oh, that's fine.
In the best of taste, so use that word.
Right. So otherwise, for myself this week, I've been basically going through Final Fantasy VII, continuing to play the remake. Trying to finish. I think I'm on chapter 14 right now, and I was told it goes up to 18, but the last couple chapters are incredibly long, so we'll see. And make me cry some more, probably.
Little baby.
Well, I mean, spoiler alert for a game that kind of already came out back in the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1 for that matter. If you don't want
Final Fantasy spoiled, stop listening in 3, 2, 1. Now spoil it, Matt.
So I was at this chapter where they're at the pillar and they're trying to take the roof and collapse it onto Sector 7. And you're fighting up the pillar and you just end up seeing all of your favorite characters from the previous missions fucking dying. So like at first Biggs is like wounded in a corner. You're like, oh shit, we should go help him. And like you find out that he's actually dying. And I'm like just shocked by this because one, I would never really expect a children's game from the PlayStation be willing to do that kind of stuff, you know? Like, you
gotta kill people, bro.
But I feel like in video games back then, they never tried to do that stuff. Everybody was pretty much like a comic book superhero where like they would get hurt, but nobody would die.
Yeah, you're right.
And so I was like, holy shit, is he actually dead? Like he passes out and then Cloud like doesn't like try to take him away to safety. He leaves him there. And I'm like,
piece of shit.
Yeah, and then it goes back into my control, and I'm like, okay, can I pick him up? Can I, like, is there gonna be some dialogue? Like, can I talk to him? And he says, like, hurry, go help everybody else, so that like, you know he's not actually dead. No, he's dead. No, he's like he's just up against a wall, dead. And you're like, holy shit! Like, actually, like they're actually killing off characters. Like, it just shocked me. And then you keep going up the pillar, and there's even more like fucked up dead bodies everywhere. Like there was a guy, just one of the random characters, with his fucking body halfway over the railing, and I'm like, holy shit! Like I wouldn't expect, like this is a rated T game apparently. I wouldn't expect that stuff, that imagery to show up on a teen version of the game.
I feel like you can get away with that if there's no like bloody, gory shit, you know?
Yeah, Biggs was cut up with a little bit of blood around his scars in his mouth, but it wasn't too intense. But like, visually seeing a dead body, well, a dead body again, yeah. But a dead body with with his torso over the railing, just hanging there, like that kind of shocked me. I wasn't expecting it. And then you go up another flight, and then all of a sudden you start hearing wounded sounds. You're like, oh my god, who is it? And it's fucking
it's fucking
Wow, I'm blanking her name right now. This is so stupid. Jessie, thank you. It's Jessie, and Jessie's like crawling on her knees and like all basically scarred up and burnt up too, and you're like, oh no,
with her pointy metal boobs.
Oh no, they're gonna kill Jessie. And like the whole time I'm streaming, I'm just like, no. No, no. And I'm like, well, she's still alive. We'll probably like pick her up and rescue her. And then she's going like, oh, yo, leave me. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. And then
and that's when I would have shut it off. I'm just kidding. No.
Oh man,
I'm heartless. I would have been like, kill the bitch.
I felt so bad too because Brandon, literally 5 minutes before that happened, Brandon starts talking about how he's got feelings for Jessie. And he's like, yeah, Jessie's like my favorite character. 5 minutes later, we're watching her die, and Brandon in the chat just goes, what the fuck? Like, but yeah.
Wait, he started to say he was liking Jessie after that?
Yeah, he's saying that like, you know, I'm starting to like Jessie more than Aerith.
Wow.
And
fake, dude. He's fake.
Yeah, and then not 5 minutes later, she fucking dies. And that was kind of hard to watch. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because it's a female character or
probably.
But that bothered me more. Not to the point of like, you know, thinking about it after, but like definitely like shocked again that they would do that.
It's the same thing with like animals, kids. You just don't see it as often.
Mm-hmm.
Like a male warrior person dies in every battle scene always.
Yeah. It's always
so when someone's willing to show like a kid or a dog or like a female, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's a little bit more harder to watch for sure.
You played Last of Us, right?
I watched people play it. So like
dude, like the first mission, you're like,
yeah,
how could you do this?
Mm-hmm.
How could you do this? And like, I don't want to say I cried because I didn't, but I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, definitely at the time of streaming, I got a little emotional. I got a little upset. And then, yeah, fast forward the boss fight, the roof comes down, and then you see Wedge with his cat just basically huddled together, and the roof collapses on them. And I was just like, oh, fuck this. And I took my headphones off and walked away because I'm like, what? You're just killing everybody off, man.
Dude, there's too many people. You have to get rid of some.
Right. Like, I knew that Final Fantasy VII had a lot of party characters. I just didn't know if it was like hey, we're going to this other area. We're going to stay here and defend this area. You move on. No, it's literally, oh, this area got destroyed and all your party members died. So you're going to go to this new area and have new party members.
But also, we need to have a definitive love interest for my boy Cloud. Because I'm losing my fucking mind watching you play.
So,
because
I mean...
there was 3, and he was simping all of them.
Yeah.
And then just get nowhere, poor guy.
Guy gets nowhere. Well, I think the actual love interest is Aerith.
It can better be.
Because I think Tifa, as attractive as she is, and as much as they flirt, I think Tifa is supposed to be like the best friend who's your next door neighbor.
I like that.
Yeah. But like,
I like to look at her a lot.
Cloud isn't going to like think of her as anything else other than that. But I think Aerith is supposed to be like his genuine
Cloud's
love interest. Well, Cloud, yeah.
How could you not look at her and go, ah?
He doesn't see that, dude.
Well, he doesn't have fucking eyes then.
Well, he's got those weird blue eyes. Maybe he might be blind.
You gonna be a special guest, buddy? Come here. Come here. Come here.
Oh.
Come here.
Come here. Come here.
Come here. Come here. Come.
That all you guys hear is just.
Is that a special guest?
Look at your peanut. Look at he's so confused. What the fuck's going on? If Charlie comes by, I'll show him off because me and my dad have been grooming him the past 2 days, and yesterday we did his face, and it was hilarious because we trimmed so much hair off his head that like his head had shrunken and his body was still puffy, so like everything was out of proportion. So this morning we actually trimmed up his body to make everything match, and it was kind of funny because we tried to use my dad's hair clippers, but for some reason, I don't know if it's just my dog's hair was just so matted, but like we couldn't get the razor to actually just like go through his hair.
Yep.
So I had to like comb it out with like with a straight comb, and then pull a little bit of hair and then just use the razor across the comb. And I think me and my dad were there for probably almost an hour. Just like he was using the scissors trying to trim with like his fingers, and then I was there with the razor with the trimmers and the comb trying to trim some hair off too. It was hilarious. I felt so bad for the dog because the dog's just like this as all his skin's being pulled and stuff. Like, dude, it got to the point where after we were done, we gave him a shower and he's running around like a maniac. And I go into the kitchen to give him a treat, and he was so fucking fed up that I pulled the treat out of the bag. He jumps up, grabs the treat from my fucking hand, gives me a look, and just walks away. He's just like, fuck this, man. I'm done with you guys today.
I mean, you did torture him for 45 minutes.
Well,
that's simply too long.
And that's the thing, is I think next time what we'll do is I think what you have to do is wash them and condition them so that their hair unclumps, and then comb them out so that all the hairs are straight and not tangled. And then I think you go in with the razor and it's easier.
Okay. My dog is so weird.
Just bipolar in terms of who he wants to hang out with?
No, he wants to sit on you, but for like 5 seconds, and then he's like, I'm out, dude.
Okay.
And now he's standing there looking at me like...
Maybe he wants to go to the bathroom?
Right.
I know.
No, there's no way my mom would have let him out before.
Oh.
He left.
I know when my dog's impatient like that, it's usually because he wants to go to the bathroom or probably wants food from you.
He might want to go outside because it's sunny.
Yeah.
He loves sitting in the sun, but I am a cave dweller.
Yeah, I've seen some footage from my front cam. It seems like all the snow's gone now.
Yep.
Nice.
It's been, dude, last week was like the start.
The start of the warm weather?
The start of the spring, dude. Was last week.
Come here. Come here. Let me show Trent what you did. No, don't run away. He's not.
He's sensitive. Leave him alone.
He's pissed off. He's like, you're not gonna grab me and take me to get more haircut, dude.
Dude. Pity views with the puppies.
Yeah. No, if I'm not a content creator, I'm definitely a sellout for sure, because I'll dance with my dog on stream.
That's true. We've seen it. It's clipped. There's a couple more things we can talk about before the inevitable shutdown of this show, because we're talking about Alinity for so long. Her rub off will probably get us shut down.
Yeah.
But
do you want to bring up anything in particular?
Yeah, 2 things.
Okay, go for it.
I said I had 2 things, Matt. And then you're like, do you want to bring up anything in particular? Yeah, I said I had 2 things. That's really specific if I wasn't going to.
You said we had 2 things, so I thought you assumed that I had something to say.
Okay, so I'm going to say I have 2 things to talk about, even though you're my co-host. I'm going to leave you out of it.
Okay, what are the 2 things that you're talking about?
The 2 things that I'm talking about by myself, and Matt's going to sit his little ass down and listen, are 1,
not Quattro.
I'm a Hunter in Destiny. The Guardian games are rigged. 2, CDL Chicago is in the happening right now. Didn't know what word to use.
Well, I brought up CDL at the beginning of the podcast. That was your opportunity, and you said that.
Oh no, we're talking about online, and no, it's different, dude.
Yeah,
I'm talking about results, performances, problems. People talking shit, even though it's hard to talk shit because you're sitting in your bedroom, but it happens.
All right, so yeah, Destiny, they're having this whole Olympic based event going on, and it's completely rigged. Like,
it's fucking rigged.
Like, day one, they had it the way it should have been done, which is based on how many players play that player base, earning medals and depositing. The only problem was so many people play Hunter that it was basically guaranteed that there was no way that hunters would lose. So Bungie goes in and goes, you know what? We're gonna make it. We're gonna adjust it based on the player base balancing. And so if a Titan does an activity, it's like worth 1.5 or something because there's less Titans than Hunters, and Warlock because there's literally only me and some other guy. Whenever we do a medal,
whenever we do a medal,
it's like worth 200.
Yeah, worth 200, and it's still Doesn't matter. You can't beat the Titans, bro.
And now because of that, as of yesterday, the Hunters are like in last place.
Hunters are getting smoked.
Warlock is in second, which is hilarious, and then Titans are just overtaking.
Because I'm gonna be honest, if there is a bounce, it still should be Titans and Hunters close, and Warlocks nowhere near it. Because let's be honest, dude, Warlocks aren't appealing to most.
I mean,
people.
if we take the stats from last night, where our friends group was playing Gambit, how many Warlocks did you actually see play Gambit other than me?
Maybe one. Honestly,
I think there was one. Because I saw one. There was one guy using Dawnblade, and like even in Crucible, it's even worse. I've known that in PC it's a bit better because Warlock plays better on PC because of the field of view, but on PlayStation it's not even a thing. Like I made the joke yesterday that like the other team must be thinking, "Holy shit, they have a Warlock on their team." Because literally, there's like you hardly ever see them.
No, it was always a mix of Titans and Hunters.
Yeah, so I mean,
like 3-1 or 2-2.
Ultimately, I think this whole Olympics thing was complete bullshit. Anyways, it was just a filler event so that they can stall for the next DLC. But I mean, again, stop changing things just because the community thinks it's unfair. You explain to them that it's based on how many people are playing a certain class and redeeming medals. Your medal is worth the same as my medal. That is the borderline fairness that you need to provide as a developer. Mm-hmm. If Hunters are winning because everybody's a hunter, doesn't that mean the majority of people are going to be happy after the Olympics? So that's all the developers should. That's all the developers should care about. If you're so pissed because you're a Titan, hey, guess what? You have 3 character slots on your account. Play as your fucking hunter, earn the gold cloak that you want to wear, and then move on with your life, dude.
Don't you get a machine gun thing for winning?
No, you get the machine gun just for unlocking the triumph, which is just play the game. So it doesn't even matter if you win.
So it's just giving you the cloak with the gold shit or the silver shit or the bronze.
So if you win, you get the gold cloak for the rest of the year, and there's a statue that goes up beside Savala based on your class, and that will remain there for the year. Which, like, honestly,
dude, I'm a hunter, I'm losing, and I still don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Like, I don't know how many people genuinely care about this. Like, I feel like if anything, you probably care about the exotic. It might be good, I don't know. But like, even to earn the exotic, you just have to keep playing the Olympic Games for God knows how long. It's probably not that long, really. It's just hilarious that I've brought this up so many times on podcasts, but developers need to develop a bit of a fucking backbone. Like, support the shit that you're making. If you know that it's fair and people complain because they think it's unfair, you tell them, hey, your medal is worth the same as the other guy's medal. If there's more hunters playing, that's not our fault.
Yeah, we made 3 fucking characters, dude. It's up to you guys to pick one.
Yeah, that's not the developer's fault. And I feel like the fact that developers, bend the knee to online complainers, it just makes the game overall bad, because now we're in this situation where like Titans are dominating and I don't even fucking know why. Like, and then the hunters get the shit end of the stick because they decide that, oh, you guys are winning too much because there's too many of you. So therefore we need to allow this minority to win. And therefore the majority of the fan base is pissed off and only a small minor of your fan base is satisfied. Yeah. Good job, Bungie. Good job.
Dude, straight up. They're just going. After all this is said and done, and they realize how bad they fucking choked, they're just going to give us all fucking gold, and they're going to put all 3 statues, and they're going to give us all the fucking shit. And they're not going to isolate stuff because so stupid to have that.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious how the people in-game talk about how this is a time of collaboration and uniting, and really this is all just pissing everybody off.
It's a competition between teammates, literally.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. Bungie's going to get so much flack for this that they're going to go, hey, I'm sorry that we did this. So you know what? Just to make everybody happy, everybody's going to get gold for the year. And it's like, then you take away the value of the reward. And now everybody is just mediocre annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it would be cooler for Destiny to have some sort of thing where they reward you for playing with the same fire team and give you bonus rewards for having one of each character within your fire team.
I think it's fair.
So if you have a group of friends and you have one hunter, one titan, one warlock, like it's supposed to be, you should get bonus rewards on top of like having to like complete certain things with the same group of people.
Yeah, I feel like one, you should get a reward for participating in an activity as a whole party. And there should be an additional reward if the game recognizes that your party is actually mixed.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have one of each class in your party, then it should acknowledge that and give you an extra reward on top of it.
Yeah. It should give you, like, if it's a percentage chance thing that you get stuff, it should be a higher percentage.
Yeah.
Or it should be more. Like if you're going for like pinnacles or powerfuls, it should be a higher number or something.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, like, the original, like the fire team of Zavala, Ikora, and Cade, they are diversity. Zavala's awoken, a male and a titan. Ikora's a human, female, warlock, and Cade is the exo, male, hunter.
Yeah.
Like they literally have every single base covered.
Yeah, no, it's cool, and I think like they should have tried to promote that as well.
Yeah, I think fire teams should be one of each.
Well, I think the game actually supports doing that. Like your game ends up being a lot easier to play when everybody is using different abilities.
Yeah, but is it really that much easier to play?
PvE, yes. PvP, no.
PvP, you just want to Hulk smash with the Titan.
You want to Hulk smash, or you want to be a hunter. I mean, Warlock is okay. I'll use it sometimes. Like basically, when I'm playing PvP, it's use the healing rift around a corner just so that if you're peeking and somebody shoots you, you're gonna stay alive.
Yeah.
And then use his grenades because they last so long to like block rooms and stuff or block hallways.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, the Titan still has a nade that does almost the same thing.
Yeah.
The Titan, like Pulse Nade or whatever the fuck.
Well, the Titan technically has four attacks because it has its melee plus a shoulder charge, plus its grenade and its super. So it's got 4 abilities, and no one else has 4 abilities.
And let's be honest, dude, some of the hunter shit is fucking bullshit. Their grenades are garbage. Their melee abilities atrocious, dude. A fucking smoke bomb, dude. This isn't Call of Duty, bitch.
After D1, hunters really got the shit out of the stick, and I think again because the community complained about how good the hunters were, Bungie felt bad for the minority and decided to adjust the hunter.
But wasn't Warlock always the minority? Let's be honest.
Warlock always is the minority, yeah. Warlock is definitely a very good PvE character. Like
They wear a dress.
He's your medic. He's the medic on the team.
Yeah, he wears a dress too.
And like I honestly wanted to play Warlock because I feel like every like MMO that I play, I'm always like the giant bulky axe guy or the assassin that always sneaks around. I just wanted to play something different. And like yes, I like the Nova Bomb. I like the Nova Bomb. I don't mind the spells and all that shit. And I just keep playing him because he's my most advanced character. Would I rather play? I'd rather play as a Titan. But I honestly don't mind being a Warlock, considering that it allows us to have a fully diverse team. And like I can do things like put up a healing rift in case people's Ward of Dawn is empty, or if we need that stuff and we don't have it available, right?
And here's how my brain works. I will never not be a hunter because capes are cool.
Well, that's the majority of people, right? They were like,
fuck yeah,
the hunters were the best looking characters, so I want to just do that.
Yeah, sexy.
But I mean, and that's people's prerogative. not provocative,
Yep.
prerogative. Like they have the right. They have the right to choose what they want to be, but also there's 3 character slots for a reason, and the game actually rewards you more if you actually use all 3 of your characters and rotate. You'll make more progress amongst all your characters if you actually play as all your characters. If you play as just
you can vault your good shit and then
if you just play as your one, it takes you forever to get your light level high enough to actually participate in these more high tier activities.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at the end of the day, I want Bungie to be willing to develop more of a backbone and support their stuff that they create from the beginning. Because if you let the community control things, I think it's ultimately a bad idea, because the community isn't always gonna make the right decision.
Dude, community doesn't make video games. How the fuck do they know anything?
Yeah.
You know, they just play them. So, take that for what it's worth.
Okay, now let's move on to Chicago.
Chicago.
So, is that the event going on right now in Chicago?
Yes.
And so you want
to... it's not going on in Chicago. It's going on everywhere.
Right, but it's the Chicago CDL event.
Yes.
Did you...
whatever that is.
Okay. So, did you want to make some predictions? Did you want to talk about the matches that have occurred so far?
Well, I can't really make predictions because there's only 4 teams left. The shit starts in like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
My prediction is the Atlanta FaZe wins, which is not a shock to probably anybody.
Actually, because this is supposed to be the event that potentially Chicago and FaZe finally face each other.
It could have been. I don't think it's going to go that way.
Oh.
FaZe plays Seattle, and Chicago has to play Dallas. But Chicago and Atlanta were in the same group, but Chicago lost to New York, so they got sent to like the losers rung first. So they didn't meet Atlanta in like the winners match to get out of pool.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, what the fuck? But then Chicago played New York again and beat them the second time. But it was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like like intentionally going out of their way to like.
Yeah, it seems like they're running, dude.
Delay the inevitable.
And I don't think Chicago's going to beat Dallas, so I think the final's probably going to be Atlanta versus Dallas.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Do you want
Seattle is farming CDL points off the Gorillas.
Oh yeah,
that's the only points they have.
Is from fighting it's
the Gorillas. Seattle has only beaten the Gorillas, and they have like 50 points or some shit. Like,
are they getting better at CDL or at S&D at all?
They are, but this is also online, so who actually knows?
Mm-hmm.
They are improving though, and they're in a semifinal because of it. But they made it to the semifinal because they beat the Gorillas twice in the same tournament. Like.
Dude, imagine
it's so dumb, dude.
Imagine being able to somehow win champs by only playing against the same team over and over again. How hilarious would that be?
It's not possible, but that would be fucking so dumb. That's why it can't happen. You need to progress.
Yeah.
But that would be ridiculous. But I mean, they make it to semis just because in this particular matchup, they are favored heavily.
Mm-hmm.
And like, dude, Slacked was talking shit, saying like, man, these guys fucking suck. It's like the freest CDL points ever. Then they played him again, beat him again, and you're just like, oh my god, man. And the Gorillas beat Optic.
Today or this weekend?
Yeah, Optic's breaking up, dude. There's no hope for that fucking team to come out of it. Especially being online now.
Yeah, I know it was a problem last year, but again, it's another problem this year. Is like Optic seems to take forever to start running, you know?
Well, no, because it's completely different teams now. Like nobody.
Well, half of the team is still there, right? Like you still have
Dachi and TJ. But
yeah,
they're the 2 youngest ones. But they were only there for a year, you know?
Yeah. But
normally it's the opposite. Optic is very good at the beginning and then slowly tapers off for the rest of the year.
I'm just going to quickly look up the standings here.
Like Optic won Vegas last year, which was the first event for Black Ops 4, and then they never won an event for the rest of the year. World War II, Optic was really good at the beginning of the year, and then wasn't good for the rest of it.
What's the difference between GW and MW?
Excuse me?
I'm just looking at the standings here, and it says MW for the Gorillas is 1, but GW is 10. I don't know what that means.
Oh, games won, matches won?
Maybe?
Because games would be like the maps, I think.
Oh, okay.
Whichever one's higher. So maps won should be the higher.
G is higher.
Yeah, so it'd be games won, probably.
Oh, okay.
So they've won 10 maps, but have only won one series.
So yeah, it looks like Seattle, as of right now, it's probably going to update after this weekend, but they were in 10th place with 20 points, tied with Toronto and Optic.
Yeah, well, they'll jump ahead because they beat Gorillas twice this event, so they'll be at 40.
Nice. And then, yeah. But, yeah, almost like...
Pretty dumb.
Pretty funny, though. I'll be honest. So, yeah, like, I don't know. What do you think is Optic's problem?
Well, online's not helping them. That's for sure.
Yeah, but, like, how... I don't understand how that is honestly a factor, though, right? Like, do you think you would genuinely be even better on LAN than you are on online?
Yeah. Depending on where your team's from. If you guys are all in the same area, you can probably get away with doing a lot of the same kind of shit. But if you're in certain teams' cases, you have one guy who's on one side of the country and you have a couple other players on the other side of the country. Like the Huntsman, it's not the perfect example. They have 4 guys that live in Texas. So that's great. But Formal's in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to find a server. Like basically Formal's probably playing with lag because they're going to make the server benefit those 4 guys more than the one.
I guess so, yeah.
So yeah, Formal's probably always playing with a little bit of lag or like a little bit of a latency issue.
So is there like a correlation between the people at the bottom right now and teams that have like people from America and Europe on the team?
I think the European like teams are here in the States. Well, or not here, but like I think they're in the States.
Like their players are living in the States?
Yeah, I think they are all here right now.
Oh, okay.
But
because yeah, that would suck if like half of your team was like in London and the other half was here in the States.
Yeah, if you're playing like the Paris boys, oh my god.
Yeah.
That'd be so tough. Like I don't know how you would do that if you have one guy who's like actually not here.
Yeah.
You'd have to fly here. You'd have to risk the COVID and get your ass over here. Otherwise, they'd probably sub them. I don't even think they would try.
Yeah, it'd be too much of a risk for the whole team.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. You're better off trying to play with like less lag and just improve with your sub and then go in.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're living in a major city in the States, like even if half your team was in California and the other half was in Florida, I'd imagine as long as you're like in a major city with good quality internet, it shouldn't be that big of a difference.
No, but they also have dedicated servers. So like they're going to move and they're going to pick like a server that's the best for everyone. But the problem is if everybody's spread out, it's a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, you know, like Dallas is never going to have a problem because they're all in the same spot. So they're just going to find a server that's in between like Dallas, Atlanta. 1, they're close. But 2, I'm pretty sure every single FaZe player is in Atlanta right now. And I'm pretty sure every single Dallas player lives in Texas.
Well, FaZe has houses for their teams, right? So they're probably all living together.
I think
anyways.
FaZe, I think the Atlanta FaZe guys are in apartments that are all like really close to each other.
Yeah. I think that's probably the move if you want to try to guarantee that people aren't going to abuse lag because they're in other major cities. Is like you'd have to either have apartments or like I don't know, maybe rent out the 100 Thieves compound and use their stream rooms during events. I don't know.
I don't think you can just rent out the 100 Thieves compound, dude. I don't think that's a thing.
I think probably internally they could probably make a deal. I don't think you and I can be like, hey, can we rent out one of your rooms?
No.
But like,
yeah, maybe, but
something like that.
100 Thieves is not in the league, so.
Right. But like, I don't know. Maybe in the future that's what we see, because like we also have to think about how competitive gaming is going to change because of this whole COVID-19. I think society is going to change because of this whole thing. And so if it becomes a thing where maybe a live studio audience isn't a thing anymore,
that would be the biggest bummer for every single spectator sport ever.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like for me, I wouldn't like it to go that direction. I'd like people just to acknowledge that, yes, when there's an outbreak, we should behave like this, and we should even be willing to do this kind of isolation at a more faster pace. But once something gets rectified and we have something to address it or to minimize its impact, we should try our best to kind of go back to the norm and not start taking away people's rights and privileges because of an outbreak.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it gets to the point where we literally can't control it, then we are going to be forced to change it, of course. But like, I think this first year and a half, you're going to see people behave a certain way because they're reacting to this outbreak, right?
Like, I think it's going to be a year and a half?
I think it's going to be a year steady of people behaving a certain way. I don't think we're going to be stuck in our house for a year.
Okay.
But I think I really think society is going to go back to normal at around August.
I think it's going to be soon.
Yeah, because like, if it happens in around August, I foresee people at the beach like wearing masks. I see people continuing to do the whole wearing gloves and a mask in the grocery stores. I think that's going to last for a while. And I really see a lot of people more not going to a store if they can buy it online. I think people are definitely going to use that way more.
I hope people use online more. I hate lineups, bro.
Yeah, lineups are bad, but if it gets to the point where stores are shutting down access to actually walk in because they're just going to sell their stuff online, then that availability of just like, hey, let me drive by this store to pick something up quickly, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but we might get to a point where you can't drive to a Walmart to pick something up. You have to order it online.
I don't think Walmart's going to be the market king.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know, it'd be interesting to see how many restaurants open up again after this.
We're going to lose a lot.
And like,
a lot of them are going to be gone.
As racist as it is to say, I think, unfortunately, a lot of Chinese restaurants are going to go under because of this. Just because people are become very stereotypical during desperate situations. And I think I already noticed it now, at least with people that I talk to at work and stuff like that, is their unwillingness to like even associate with that culture.
I don't know if I haven't seen a legitimate Chinese restaurant.
What about the one on 97?
The one on 97.
There's that Sichuan restaurant on 97th Street, right across the street from Eden's. Might not be right across, but like if you drive by.
Is it a restaurant or is it like a takeout place?
It's a takeout place, but you can still sit down and eat there.
Oh.
And
that's what I'm saying though. But I feel like a lot of them are almost like fast foody.
No, but there's a lot of Chinese buffets in Edmonton. Like there's the one by Leon's, the 137, where the movie theater is.
Oh yeah.
In that shopping mall area, there is a buffet there it's got the.
I think people's tastes are going to stay the same. I don't really think it's going to change.
I think
you're going to see a lot less people eating bats.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
Yeah, I think I would probably be willing to stretch that there's going to be 0% people in Canada eating bats after this thing.
it's going to be a decrease from 0% to 0%.
To 0%, yeah.
We don't fucking eat bats. Never have I looked at one of those ugly creatures and decided, I'm going to try to eat that.
Yeah.
Unless they're small, and sometimes they're cute, but they're fucking ugly, dude.
Yeah.
I never wanted to put that in my mouth.
Did I ever tell you the story of when I found a bat in our backyard?
I don't think so.
So at my parents' house, we used to have this outdoor picnic table with an umbrella. And we would hardly ever go outside, so this umbrella would just stay closed. And the winter had come by. Springtime. It's probably right around this time too. And my dad came home from work, and he decides we're going to clean out. Either we were going to throw out the umbrella, or we were just going to clean it, just because it was all covered in cobwebs and dead leaves and stuff. And we went to go take the umbrella out, and we start opening it. All of a sudden, you start hearing and seeing this thing like move around in the umbrella. And we're like, what the fuck? And we open the umbrella, and this fucking bat comes out and flies at us. Man,
from that moment on, you were Batman.
I never ran away faster in my life, dude. I was just like, oh, get the fuck out of here. And then it definitely startled me. And then, the bat was just like hiding underneath the roof, just like freaking out and shit. And
that was in the daytime?
This was like afternoon. Yeah.
Bats are nocturnal, correct?
Yes, so I think it was in the umbrella because we never touch it. It would go in the umbrella to sleep, and then we decide to wake its ass up by taking the umbrella away. And he's just like,
"What the fuck, bro?
Oh yeah,
taking a nap."
And he was definitely freaking out, and he was trying to hide underneath the roof of the garage because I guess there'd be more shade there. But yeah, this bat was freaking the fuck out, and like. I was so scared because I genuinely didn't believe that we would have fucking bats in Alberta. Like,
no, there's bats. They're just out when you're sleeping.
Right, dude. But like, I don't know. I just never thought that these things would exist in Canada. Like, because half the shit that kills you, it's too cold for it to live here. So like,
bats don't kill you, man.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. It's an evil thing.
No, dude. The vampires just decided bats looked fucking creepy, so we're gonna take them.
Yeah, we're gonna take that MO.
Every time we have like we roast like hot dogs or whatever on the fire, like late at night at the cabin, bats fly over our heads all the time.
Really?
They're fast as shit. Yeah, just fucking. And they like swoop. They're fucking weird. Bro.
I guess I don't go low. I guess I don't go outside enough, but like after that, I haven't really seen bats too often.
Well, you have to be out at night.
Right, but like when I go on my like annual cousins trip out into the bush and camp, maybe I'll try to pay attention more. But
also maybe that area is just not very heavily populated with bats.
That could be the thing too.
You know why? Probably tons of Asians eating them.
Unless they're like people that just live in the woods, it'd be very unlikely for them to be there.
But Asians?
It's just anybody. Like we go to Rock Lake, which is like if you go to
don't give me landmarks, man. I don't know shit.
If you go to Hinton and go 2 hours north.
Yep. Nope. Ain't helping.
Not helping?
Nope.
All right. It's in Alberta. There's land there.
I believe you.
There's a lake.
There's no bats, though.
There's a lake. No, it's got rocks in the lake, hence why it's called Rock Lake.
Very original. And
it's very under-maintained, so people don't go there too often. So it's perfect for us because we like to have a silly goose time and scream and drink and have fires all night.
And the locals definitely think that there's some sort of evil spirit in the woods, and it's just you.
No, they know it's a bunch of drunk young adults.
Well, do they?
They should.
Okay.
Oh man. Yeah, I could tell you many stories, but I might get in trouble.
Yeah, don't tell me your camping stories. I don't want to know. Let me guess. You all drove a van?
No, we all drove ourselves.
Oh, okay.
We all drove ourselves.
Did somebody have a van?
No.
That better not have.
No, a van would have been convenient, but
every story that starts with you and a van, dude, I never want to hear the end of. So good. Good. That's good.
All right, then.
That's good. You guys didn't show up in a van.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay safe.
Predictions for CDL?
Predictions for CDL.
Who do you think's winning?
You know, I'm gonna go for the underdog, and I'm gonna say that Chicago wins their next match, and then sees Atlanta in the final, and then Chicago wins.
You think Chicago's gonna beat Atlanta online?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm gonna go
bold.
I'm gonna
Tricky
go.
MD.
I'm gonna go for the bold play, dude.
That's bold.
All right. What is your prediction?
Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta FaZe. Atlanta FaZe versus Dallas
You're
Empire in the final.
you're the vote that people bet on, and then I'm the vote that people try to watch as like the.
You're the vote of the heart.
Yeah.
People want to see your thing play out. I'm just like.
Yeah. Your vote is what people bet on. My vote is what people want to see.
My vote is a very statistical fucking
yeah.
thought process of Atlanta's probably going to win this shit.
All right.
Seattle is my team. God damn it, they're not going to beat Atlanta.
Yeah.
They need to have the bracket work out where they like Atlanta and Minnesota are in one of the semis and they play somebody else. Because Minnesota has a chance, the best chance to beat Atlanta.
Yep.
And Seattle like can beat Minnesota. So,
well, what they actually need is they need it to be a way so that the Gorillas end up. Yeah, that way the Gorillas end up in the finals, so they're guaranteed to win. All right, guys. Make sure to follow us at Random Nades Pod, where we put up updates on when we go live, or make sure to follow me and Trent as well. We talk a lot about CDL just on our private Twitters as well. We'll also talk a lot of shit, so if you want to watch that stuff for humor, we'll definitely go there as well. And let us know in the comments your crazy bat story, or who you thought was going to win CDL, or if you think Alinity should be perma-banned. Let us know in the comments. But until then, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Random Nades Podcast. Throw that nade, Trent.
I'd put a Alinity's nipple in my mouth, not gonna lie.
Oh, for sure, buddy.
You're gross.
You're gross.